This is my Rube Goldberg machine. It is designed to educate level 5 and 6 students on the 4 kinds of mechanical motion. It does this by entertaining them, to try and keep them engaged in the subject that they're learning, and using practical demonstrations, using simple machines to make the concepts of these motions easier to understand. A Rube Goldberg machine itself is a long and complex machine that does all kinds of crazy things to complete one simple task. They're quite popular in children's media, and they're very fun to watch. In my Rube Goldberg machine, there are 10 subsystems, or steps. 4 of them are to demonstrate the kinds of mechanical motion, and the other 6 are just to entertain the students, just to make sure they're having a good time. This first one here demonstrates a rotary motion. As the cylinder rotates, the word rotary is revealed on its outer surface. And inside, an inner thread pushes a small ball along into this vinyl tube, which rolls down and then comes out here. It will land in this cup, which will be filled with 50 milliliters of water. The combined weight of the ball and the cup and the water causes the cup to tip, spilling its contents into the next cup, which will then also tip and push this golf ball. This golf ball will roll down here, demonstrating linear motion, and hit this plate. This plate will spin around and hit this small steel ball. The steel ball will then roll into this cup here, activating the small micro switch, as you can hear there. When the switch is activated, the circuit over here is closed, and this motor turns. As the motor turns, a treadle linkage made of acrylic plastic pushes this block of balsa wood forwards and backwards, as so. When this button is pushed, it activates this robotic system. As it is controlled by this EV3 Mindstorm's computer brick, and uses a color sensor to detect the color of a ball placed in this zone. As it will either be sent into a bin at the rear if the ball is unwanted, or down this track if the ball is wanted. The first ball to go down the track will land in this hole, preventing it from going any further. However, the second ball will simply roll over the first and trigger this ultrasonic sensor. The signal from this sensor activates this Arduino board to trigger this servo motor, to cause this fan to oscillate backwards and forwards, so that it hits this switch. This switch then activates this speaker down here, which will play a little song, activating the microphone in this line tracking robot. When the microphone is activated, the robot will go forwards and follow the line until eventually it reaches here, in which this marble will be pushed off its perch to activate this mousetrap, so that the sign flips up to reveal the word steam. Before the machine can be used, it needs to be set up, which is done like so. So for this first step, simply the tube must first be rotated so that the mouth, this mouth here, is facing towards the top. Use the small black adjustment switch to do this. Too far. Perfect. Then place a steel ball like this into the mouth. Then, for the water lever step over here, simply take the cups and turn them so they are facing upwards. When the machine is being actually used, students could be asked to join in this step to increase their engagement with the machine. Then simply take the 50 ml of water and pour it slowly into the cup. so. Then, take a golf ball and place it into the small dimple provided in the linear motion subsystem so that it stays in place. Then, take the spinner plate and turn it so that the iron side is facing outwards, like so. Then, another steel ball, place in another dimple, so that it too does not move. Then, after making sure that this switch is definitely off, you can turn on the main power to the reciprocating motion switch system. Then, with the reciprocating motion subsystem, the block must be moved so that it is in the correct position. It must be moved so that this is upright and that the block is slightly in front. Otherwise, it will not move in the correct fashion and may be damaged. Then, to set up the color sorting subsystem, simply hold the dark grey center button to turn on the Mindstorm's EV3 computer brick. After waiting for the power for it to boot, you can run the program. While we wait for it to boot, you can take the balls that are required and place them in the tube. Oh, that's not good. Then we can take the balls and place them down the tube as such. Any order will do, but if you want to try and calibrate the robot, it's important to place a green ball at the bottom, as this is what it will be calibrated against. Then, simply navigate through either the recents or through the file directory to find the program entitled Run Machine. Then simply run the program and press the up button to calibrate or the down button to skip. We'll calibrate it. Then simply press the center button again and the robot will be calibrated. Then the robot is now set up. To activate the oscillating motion subsystem, first turn on the power. Sometimes it may begin prematurely like this, so you can place a flat object in front of the sensor and hit the reset button. Then simply move it carefully to the side so you don't accidentally activate the sensor. Then take the arms and line them vertically, as so. It will do it automatically when the sensor is triggered, but this is just nice to look at. Then, set the sound generator subsystem. First, take this speaker and hold the on button.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Now we plug in this. It's important to turn it on before plugging in the cable, otherwise it won't recognize the cable.
Pause mode.
Then we turn up the volume. And place it in here. It's important to have the speaker charged, as a low battery can cause the speaker to be quieter, and volume is important. Position the speaker nice and close to the microphone, as the microphone requires a very loud sound to activate it. Then take the robot and first of all, turn on the power to the sound generator. That alarm will let us know that it is in fact turned on. Then take the robot and turn it on. It's important to turn on the sound generator first, as the alarm sound can prematurely activate the robot. Then simply take this and fold it forwards like so, making sure that this here goes through this hole. Then take the pin and put it through the latch. For best results, make sure that the latch is only just holding the pin. This makes it very sensitive and easier to be triggered by this ball, which is placed in this dimple. The machine is now considered loaded or armed, and is quite fragile at this point. It's important to take a lot of care when setting up the machine and set them up from the first to the last, as this prevents this lowers the amount of premature activations. Alright, now let's give the machine a whirl.